guys, welcome back to my channel. Not sure what's going on with my lighting, but hey, here we are. And I've already got started on my face, so let's do a quick rundown. I'm trying different primer situations. So I have the Wet n Wild Water Drop Primer. This is the coconut one, and I have the Hard Candy Mattifying Primer, then my kind of trouble situation here. And I'm using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in Light Ivory as my foundation. My e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. This is in Fair Warm. I set my face with the Becca Hydro Mist Set and Refresh Powder. If you haven't used this before, it's really weird. It feels wet when you're putting it on, but it gives your skin this like beautiful, like velvety. Can't speak. The English is not working with me. Feel to your face, and I am baking with the Magic Star Translucent Powder. I just bake in my trouble areas where I crease, which apparently is everywhere. Just might as well dunk my face in baking powder. But today I'm going to be doing a makeup look using my Kat Von D Lolita Por Vida palette. I've used this a couple of times since I've gotten it off camera so that I could get like a good feel for it. And this palette is beautiful, beautiful. Okay. I know, stop being retarded. Got it. Alright, anyway. Moving on, let me get some brushes out here. Let's get down to business. Told you, the English is not working with me today. It's just not. Okay. It's going to be a long day. Got this Equate No Name Big Fluffy brush right here. And I think we're going to go for this little section over here. So I'm going to start in with this shade. I'm horrible with pronouncing her shadows because, you know, most of them are in Spanish and I can barely speak English. It's kind of a dusty light pink color. I'm just going to dust that on my eyelids and get started. I'm just taking that all across my lids. Then I'm going to take this e.l.f. crease brush here, and we're going to go in with this shade right here, which is kind of a nice lilac shade. I'm going to start with packing that down right here in the inner corner, moving it up into the crease. Just like so. And do that on both eyes real quick. These shades are just effortless to work with. I know a lot of people have opinions about Kat Von D and her whole anti-vax situation, the whole racist thing with her, the racist situation with her husband, the cancel culture. But I'm going to steal a line from Nady, or many people know him as Pop Lux. I do not worry with the people that are behind the makeup. I worry about the makeup, and I actually like how her makeup performs. I like how her liquid lipsticks perform. I like how her eyeshadows perform. I like how her foundations perform. I like how some of her other products perform. And for me, that is the most important thing. That is what I'm paying for. And, you know, my personal stance is vaccinate your kids and don't be a racist piece. But, you know, hey. I'm going to go in this shade. That's actually the Lolita Por Vida shade. Next, and we're just going to pat that down. We're going to get to the blending here in a minute. Don't everybody freak out. But, so that is my personal stance on that. So, I like this palette. It's extraordinarily wearable. You get some very pretty looks out of it, and that's what I'm going for. So, hey, I'm good with it. And if you really look into a lot of people behind all the brands, Kat Von D is just the name. I mean, she's just the face of her brand. She's not actually the person back there, like, formulating everything and doing everything. So, when you cancel her brand, you're canceling a lot of people that depend on this brand for their livelihoods, for their, paychecks to support their families. And I don't know. I'm not about the cancel culture thing. She's like living her best life, being married with her kid, and she's not even worried about anything at this point. Now I'm going to go into this really deep plum shade right here. And I'm going to go right here and start deepening up the outside corner. But that is my opinion on that. If you don't want to support it, that is your opinion. I saw this palette and went, ooh, pretty. I want. And that's my opinion. Okay, just working a little bit over here. I have nerve damage in this eye, so I just have some issues with blending this out. I'm also going to insert a card in one of these corners of the swatches from this palette. They are beautiful. And those were my live reactions. I did not touch this palette before I did those swatches, even though it was hard because I wanted to touch. I'm going to go back into that Lolita Por Vida shade, and I'm going to go back up into right in this area and start blending over so lightly. I'm going to get this Moda Pro brush. This is the angled shader. And we're just going to start lightly blending these shades together with some small flicks. I'm going to go back into this lavender shade and go right here to the inside corner with it. And that eye is finished. I'm going to go back with my e.l.f. brush back into the Lolita Por Vida shade and tap it over here. Lightly start blending that. And then go in with the angled shader. These blend out so beautifully. Go back in with a little bit more of that lavender shade right in here. And there is that. Now for my lids, I'm going to take this purple shimmer shade right here, and I'm going to take that to this outside corner. Just like that, on that very, very outside corner. Because then I want to go over here to this duochrome shimmer shade right here. And put that right next to it. It is very pretty. Then we're going to go in for the foil shade, and this is one I can actually say because it's Luna. I named one of my dogs Luna. And I'm going to take that right there on the inside corner of my lid. It is super, super sparkly. Super, super pretty. And comes off very light and pretty. Okay, so I'm going to set that down for a second. We're going to revisit it in just a minute. We're going to take and dust off the bake. I'm going in with this big fluffy crown brush. Then I'm going in with this super fluffy Face Secrets brush, just to make sure I get all of that excess powder off of my face. Since it is winter time, I have been like extra moisture on my face because I don't want my face to be so like dry like I do during the summer. So I'm going to go in with this MAC Fix Plus Rose. Just spritz the face. Little fan action there. Now, let's go in and finish up our eye look before we get to the rest of our face. So I'm going to go back into the Lolita Por Vida palette. I'm going to go in with this AOA Studios I-142 brush. It's just a simple little pencil brush. And I want to go in with the Lolita Por Vida shade itself. So I'm going to take and dab that on the very end of the brush and go right up against the lashes. All the way across. Okay. Now that I've cleaned that off, I'm going to go in with the darker plum shade up here. I'm going to take it on the side of the brush, still on the tip, but a little bit on the side. And I'm going to go right here to the outside corner, about just like a third of the way in. and smoke that out. Okay. Now my normal inside corner brush is drying, so I'm going to go in with this no name brush. It's just a little tiny brush, and I'm going to go into that sunrise shade, that very, well, it's sunrisia, whatever, the duochrome pretty shade that I put in the middle. I'm going to take that shade and put it right here on the inside corner so that it has its own little moment. Okay. Now then, let's just dust off the tiniest flecks of fallout and get my hair that has fallen into my face out of my face. And that has turned out to be a very pretty eye look. Where did I put that? Okay. I'm going to tuck that off to the side, and let's see if we can zoom in for a second. So that is the eye look. Very, very pretty in my opinion. Leave your comments down below. So let's finish off the face today. And I'm knocking stuff over. Of course. Can't speak, knock stuff over. What makes a better film? Anyway, I'm going to go in with this Face Secret densely packed little fan brush. I found that I love this brush for contouring. I adore this brush for contouring. I'm going to go into the Park Avenue Princess Tarte palette, and I'm going to go into Princess Cut, which happens to be like my favorite shade of contour. I will use others, but I love this one the most. I'm just going to stamp down that shade first, and then we're going to blend it out. I mean, it just fits perfectly right there. I'm going to knock off the excess right there. And blend. I'm going to take a little bit of Rimmel London Stay Matte Press Powder and my Wet n Wild powder brush. Go over that just so lightly. And do the same thing to the other side. Okay. And for bronzer, I'm going to go in with this AOA Studios massive fan brush. This is the F11. I'm going in with some Wet n Wild Ticket to Brazil, and look at that pan. I see pan. We're just going to do some bronzing real quick. Oh, I am so sick of the weather changes in my area. It's been making my nose run. And I'm so tired of that. It's a pretty makeup day. I don't want my nose to run. Okay. Going in with my Eco Tools Precision Blush Brush. We're going in some Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink. My objective to pan this. So I'm going to pat this on first. I'm going to wipe off the brush. We're going to go in and swirl that out. Okay. Now I'm going in with this e.l.f. It's called Naturals. It's got like the little bead things in here. And I'm going in with an e.l.f. Kabuki brush. This kind of has the same effect of like a blurring powder kind of thing. Because this is the Naturals one. You don't get those like weird like pink and green like specks because they're more like light pinks and cream colors, some browns and stuff, so you get more of like flesh tones. So it just kind of blurs your skin out into a more skin look. But we're just doing a little blurring there. Now let's get into highlighter. Highlighter. Okay, so I'm trying out this new highlighter brush. I've been using it for about a week now. This is the Moda Pro highlighting brush. It's a very small, like, head for a highlighter. Like, okay, so this is my favorite highlighting brush. This is the Luxie 225 tapered highlighting brush. And then here's the Moda brush. Like, do we see the difference here? So, while it's different, I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just different. So I'm going in with two different highlighters today because we're kind of doing like this like purpley look on the eyes. So I'm going to lay down a base highlighter and then we're going to go over that with a more glittery formula. So the base highlighter is going to be Pretty Vulgar's Shimmering Swan, and that is what it looks like. Then I know I'm committing a sin and you should shoot me. Wait until you get to my lipstick choice. So I'm going in with the highlighter Hypothermia from Jeffree Star. This is the Supreme Frost. This is like the purpley pink blue one. I love it. It's gorgeous. It's totally wearable. I wear it a lot. I also wear a lot of other stuff, so take that with a grain of salt. I wear his green one. Wait until March. Come check out my whole like month of green looks for Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month. Look back on my channel for my green looks from last year. Get my years correct here. Okay, so putting down the base. And this one is a pretty highlight. It's not overpowering or anything, but it's more of like people that don't like a strong highlight. I like a strong highlight. So okay. So base highlight is down, cleaning off my brush. Going in to the Jeffree Star highlighter. And we're going to tap down some and then swirl. Oh yes. It gives me the glittery highlighter. I want to be seen from space. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really want this next year, like 2020, to get my hands on like Nady highlighter. Pop Lux coming through, please. Somebody send this to Nady. Like, Nady, hit your girl up. I want some highlighter. Okay. So, highlighters down. Oh, I am losing my mind. I want to take some of this and go right here into brow bone country. Where is there? Yeah, no, I'm really like committing a sin right now. Y'all can murder me in the comments. Okay. Moving on from that. I'm going to take this big fluffy brush. I'm just going to knock off any errant things that I don't want anywhere. I'm going to take this MAC Fix Plus Rose. I'm going to spray that down on my face. Okay, beautiful, wonderful, love that. And fan. Now let's finish up this face. I'm gonna go in with some e.l.f. Lifted Brow. I'm just kind of going in where, like, I have scars through some of my brows. So I'm kind of just fixing areas in my brows. I'm not doing a full brow. And I'll kind of drag the color through. I just have like some missing patches. So for me, brows are not a big thing. I just kind of fix areas and move on with my life. Some people, brows are a whole ordeal. If mine were a whole ordeal, I'd just get them bitches tattooed on. And we're done with brows. Mascara, though, for me is horrible. Like I said, I have nerve damage in this eye, so it twitches. I end up getting the wand in my eye. It's terrible. I hate it. But I have been using this Tristique, what is this, Good Vibes mascara. I actually like this formula. The wand reminds me of like, what's that? Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It has that wand. But, like, I really like this formula. It's a little thinner, but it goes on so pretty. And makes my lashes look so long. I hate putting on mascara. It's like one false move and you've just fucked your makeup. Hold my breath on this eye. It sucks having nerve damage in your eye. Like if I didn't have that whole phobia of like my finger to my eye thing for like contacts, having nerve damage to your eye definitely takes them out of the ballpark. Okay. I think I got it. Maybe. There I did. Okay. Awesome. Whew. I can breathe again. Now then, for lipstick. And now I'm fixing to commit another sin. You can roast me in the comment section. I'm going to go into my Jeffree Star. This is the Reds and Pinks collection. I got this in my mystery box. I was so stunned, so delighted, wanted to cry. I think I'm going to go in with Calabasas. So, love these. Okay. So, I think that goes really well. Let's set the face. I don't want to go in with a matte setting spray. So I'm going to go in with this Tarte Ready Set Glow. Ready Set Radiant. Not Ready Set Glow. Ready Set Radiant. Tarte. This is a more dewy setting spray. So we're going to go in with that. Smells like cucumbers. Okay. Now then, everything is set and this is the final look. So if you like this look, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell. And please send this to Nady. So maybe I could get some highlighters. Please, Nady. Love you bunches. Love you so much. Anyway, so I am a fan of the Lolita Pura Vida palette. There are some really pretty looks you can get out of it. There's a beautiful brown look, that freaking brown foil, like copper foil shade. Looks like you melted a penny and just stuck it on your eye. It is gorgeous. But, like I said, this is not about Kat Von D. This is about the eyeshadow, and I am a fan of the eyeshadow. Moving on. Now, for the look itself, I think this is pretty, and I'm glad it turned out good because I've got some filming to do today. Moving on from that, leave your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section. In the description box, the first two things you're going to see is a link to my Patreon, and there's a link for my PayPal. I am trying to do some upgrades. Obviously, I need to do some upgrades on my lighting because I don't know what happened to this today, but it has gone all sorts of wonky on me. I'm also trying to upgrade microphones, editing equipment, things of that nature. I work a full-time job. I do not get paid by YouTube. My full-time job has to go into paying bills here at my home to support my family. Anything else is extra, and I try to put it into the YouTube channel as much as I can. Most of that goes into buying makeup and stuff to review here on the channel for you guys. But there's not a lot left over for the expensive stuff, such as lighting and microphones and editing equipment and things like that. So if you can help in any way, those 2 links will be great. Also, there's a link down below for a social media platform called Minds. Minds is free for you to join, and it is a social media platform. You can get on there, talk to people, meet people, whatever. Minds gives you an opportunity to earn cryptocurrency that you can cash in for real cash. That is another way that I'm trying to raise revenue for my channel. So if you can't contribute actual cash, sign up for Minds, come find me, come support me, upvote my stuff, share it out, whatever, just to boost my cryptocurrency a little bit so I could pour it back into the channel and get some stuff upgraded. Also down below, my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, email, all of that normal stuff. I'm cross-posting my videos from YouTube also over onto BitChute just to try to boost people up and get them over here seeing and being a part of our community. We've gotten up to 106 people here on our community, and I love each one of you guys. Y'all are great. Love y'all. Y'all have been supportive. It's great. But we need more people. I gotta grow this thing so we can get some money coming in so that we can upgrade all of this stuff. Anyway, also down below are 2 links. One's for BoxyCharm. I don't get any money from that. I'm not an affiliate. It's not anything like that. All I get is charms to shop in the charm room so that I can get more makeup or more brushes or whatever that I can review on the channel for you guys. There's a video of me talking about the new Crown blush brush that I was able to cash in charms to have here on the channel for you guys now. And then there's a link for Tribe Beauty Box. I absolutely don't get any money from that. I don't get anything to shop anywhere for that. You guys get the money for that. You get 10% off of your first box with Tribe Beauty. I'm getting a box in December from Tribe Beauty Box, and it is looking like a really good box. I've gotten some of the spoilers for it, and I can't wait to get that to unbox it to share it with you guys. With all that said, that's going to be the end of this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now, guys.